G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm showing you something a little bit different. So we get asked a lot of questions about our annex. It's not a traditional annex as there's no canvas. It's more like thick privacy screens that can all zip together and make an enclosed room. We got it from RV Warehouse over in Brisbane. They sent us a template. We measured it all up, sent it back to them. They made it to fit our van and then sent it back over to us. We were in Port Lincoln at the time, so then the Port Lincoln Caravan Centre helped just fit the little things like the hooks up the top for our anti-flap kit, the press studs for the draft skirt, and then the sail tracks on the side for the walls to go into, but we'll show you that in a second. So you just brought up a thing?
Yeah, I got the quote up so I could give you the exact price. So the exact price of the ShadeRoom itself was $1,999, and then they also put in the anti-flap kit and shipping because we got it sent to us when we're in Port Lincoln. So the shipping, they used toll freight and it came within a week of it being sent from Queensland. The only thing they needed for the quote was the brand of the awning, which ours is a Carefree awning, and then the length of the sail track. The sail track here from the bottom to the top, so that they could get their measurements right for that part of their annex. And then like Mark said, they sent us a template and then they got on the phone with us and helped us measure it.
Yeah, because our van is a little bit different. We don't have a drop down step like a lot of other vans do. It's quite flat. So they wanted to make sure we sent them pictures and everything, and it worked really well. It does fit really nicely if we're on a flat level site.
Yeah,
how often does that happen though? So there's usually a bit of a sometimes we've got to get one end or too much access the other, but overall it works really well.
It does, for what we need it for, it works really well.
Yeah, so I've just come back from Adelaide. We've actually been here already for the last couple of weeks, but I had to take the van up to Adelaide for a service, so we're back. So we're going to set up the ShadeRoom again. So I'll run you through and show you what it does. But yeah, it was a good alternative for us because it's heaps lighter to the anti-flap kit, which lives in this bag, which contains the 2 arms for the end, the 2 bars in the middle, and then the poles at the end. That plus the big bag of all the screens only weighs 20 kilos, so it's a much cheaper alternative to a lighter alternative to a normal canvas annex. So yeah, we may do with that. So I've already popped the middle bars up. They just hook on and come into here, and then I've just done one of their arms, but I'll get Clem to hold the camera and I'll do the other one to show you quickly how that pops up. I usually do all this by myself when Clem's inside, but our tripod handle broke, so I'm going to have to get Clem to hold this on for me. So we carry a little two-step ladder, just lives on top of the car, because I can't quite reach properly. So I've just put it together, it just slides in. And just slide it into there. And then I just sort of push that through and tighten it, and then I pull the awning so it gives it a bit of tension, and then lock it off. And then I just go and do all the rest of them, which is why I need the ladder. There you go. Our anti-flap kit's up now, so I'll start putting the walls together.
So even with the ladder, I can't reach that. So Mark just does it all. It's just easier. The only thing I tend to have to help him with is pulling the side walls in. It's just easier if there's one person feeding it and one person pulling it. And then obviously packing away, it's easier to fold if there's 2 of us. So Liam's getting pretty good at helping with that.
So that's what these sail tracks are for. That's just Velcro. So the wall that will go in here just Velcros.
It Velcros to the wind skirt as well, which is really, really handy.
So they can only go on one way because they're tapered. So I know this is for that side. So this part's actually quite easy. These little sail tracks up here in the anti-flap kit. You just slide it from the middle that way, and then slide it that way. Like so. So then I'll peg I'll do all the pegs at the end, but I just peg 3 across the back here, and then this side wall will actually cut the peg so that you can roll up the door. I'll get to that in a second. And then this is the big one. So some annexes, this wall would actually be 2 parts, and you could just put half of it up if you wanted to. So yeah, there's just one really big one for us. So in your awning barrel, you'll have the sail track as well. So I just feed it from one end. And once I get about halfway, I can usually come in and put it.
There you go.
Like so. So they just then zip together. Just, wasn't it?
Typical, the wind always picks up just when you put this up.
And do the same on this end, and then basically it's just peg it all down.
Oh, we got to put the poles in.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. And
the wind skirt, draft skirt. I call it a wind skirt. Mark calls it a draft skirt. Same.
I think it just depends who you want to talk to.
Pretty much.
But as you can see, you can still see out, especially once it's pegged tight.
Yeah.
So you can't see it from in from outside.
You can't. You can see out.
But when the sun
Can't see in.
dips and your lights are on inside, it's dark outside.
Yeah, you can see in at night time if the lights are on. Kiri, you're going around the pole. Kiri, come here, honey. No. Back this way. This way, honey. This way. This way, and then around the pole, in this way, and then back that way. Kiri, this way. That's it. You got it. Never ending story. Right.
So I use the big drill pegs.
The drill pegs have been amazing for the annex. Well, just for a quick setup, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And the ground's a bit.
God, they're pricey though. What's that, like $3 a peg?
$5 each, I think.
$5 a peg.
Sorry, at BCF or helicopter.
Yeah.
So that will stop it flapping a little bit so I can do the next part.
Real. So I reckon on average it takes Mark about 10 minutes to completely set up the annex. That's unhindered by himself with no extra helpers. Yeah. So we have had this zipper here break recently. It's been quite a little bit frustrating. We've tried all sorts of things to fix it, so we're going to actually take this into an upholsterer and get it sorted out. But there is a warranty on this. Did it say 5-year or 10-year warranty, babe?
10-year.
10-year warranty. So I will probably contact RB Warehouse at some point and talk to them about the zipper. We've also had one of their press studs fall out.
2 of them now.
2 press studs, this one here and this one here, which is fine if you're setting it up fully because it still velcros into this bit, the wind skirt. But if you're not setting it up fully, it can be a little frustrating to like peg the wind skirt back.
There's a good caravan store in town. I'm going to see if I can just get some more and fix it up.
Like it's not a, if you've got the right tools, it's an easy fix, but press studs are a whole nother ball game.
So the draft skirt just fits under the step really well, actually. It's a good measurement. It tucks in around there. Which side do you want to be on, through, girl?
Going through?
Come on, come through, honey, otherwise you get stuck. What are you saying, Anneli?
Cool, and then that, you can actually peg down the back of this, but with the way we end up setting up,
We
Stuff
just end
sits
up
on
with
it.
stuff on it, which keeps it off the grass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, we
that's-
don't bother pegging the back of that usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty well. Yeah, I'll just run around now and put some more pegs in. But that's our ShadeRoom.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's like Clem said, it takes me about 10 minutes by myself. And it's only 20 kilos, so
It's a good option.
Yeah,
And it was
really
really
good
good when
option for
Liam was not quite
proper toddler.
when he was
just
you know
walking,
just
he could
pottering
wander
along.
off.
Yeah, it keeps him in here and it makes a good playroom.
Yeah, and when
just
the
an
weather's
extra room, bit of
crappy as
privacy.
well, like if we're
Yeah.
parked up for a couple of weeks like we are now, gives us another space out
Yeah,
here, which
and
is
the
nice.
dogs can be off the lead in here if we peg it down properly. Kiri's pretty cheeky, she knows how to get out. She doesn't go fast, she just sticks her head out the door. Or under so she can
I
see
like-
out.
I've shown you this as it's set up, but I think what we're actually going to do is pull this wall
Yeah.
out on a bit of an angle.
Yeah.
Because the weather's meant to be improving. We'll see if that actually
It's
happens.
another great benefit of the annex is that you can just use them as shade
we
walls.
use them as
Yeah.
privacy screens.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're probably going to do that this setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pull it out, pin it down.
Oh, the poles. Do you want to put the poles in?
Yeah, I can show them now. I wasn't going to if we're going to take it out. But these ones just give the edge of the annex a
Bit of
bit of
extra
extra
support.
support.
And we've had this up in all sorts of weather and it hasn't failed us yet.
No,
We've been through some big storms, nothing like the one we had in South East Queensland, but
no. Well, that's where we ended up damaging our awning, so we're going to try and claim
Yeah.
that on insurance.
we are, yeah.
And those little Velcro bits, we just got to remember to only do the ones attached to this wall, because if you do the ones attached to that wall, you can't roll the door up anymore.
Yeah.
So it just gives it a bit of extra structure.
So in terms of value for money
And quality, I reckon it's on point. Like Mark's probably already mentioned, we're not sponsored by RV Warehouse or Shade Master.
Paid full price for it. We've got
Paid full
nothing to
price
do
for
with
it, we've got nothing to do with them. We just think it's a really good product and it's worked for us for 2 years now. We've had it for over 2 years, haven't we, babe? Or maybe
no, April.
April 2021.
Yeah, April 2021 we got it. So 18 months.
18 months, yeah. And we've used it heaps. We pretty much put it up if we're staying longer than 5 days. We will generally always put it up. Yeah.
We
And
use the anti-flap all the time.
we do use the anti-flap kit like all the time.
Even sometimes I'll just throw these bits in just to give it a bit of extra support, because it's a big awning on a 21 foot van.
Yeah,
so
and we think
sometimes
it might have
it's
stretched a little bit too, so it flaps
Oh, look at it,
around.
we've
It's really
got-
annoying.
We got tears here, we got tears here. It's copped the flog in this
It
awning.
has.
Caught in all sorts of storms, brushed against
We use
things.
it all the time, so so be
We'll
it.
try and claim it on insurance because it was a storm that damaged it all. But failing that, we'll just have to buy a new one.
Yeah, so be it.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right. We're gonna
If
take
you've got
it
any
out now.
questions,
Yes.
let us know, but I think we covered pretty well most of it.
Yeah.
We just get asked all the time about this because it is an alternative to a full annex.
It is much lighter.
It does block the wind, but if it's windy and raining, you do get some
You
sea
do.
spray come through.
You-
It's not completely,
It's not completely waterproof. Yeah.
but it does work. It helps
does,
a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's warmer in here already, isn't it?
It is,
It's
yeah.
cold out there today.
Ugly.
Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Ta-da.